Welcome to the Law Offices of Mary Kennedy. The policy memo that was released on May 22nd and which is going to be effective on May 25th. There are a lot of situations that's going to be in a very critical place. For someone who has to file their 485 after this, how do they rely on their non-immigrant status? And when you have to get your green card or the permanent resident approved through the consulate, already there is a lot of delay that has already been happening in the consulate at the non-immigrant visa level itself. Even for an immigrant visas, the consulate process are not as simple. If at all you have faced it, you know that. Even if there is a procedure that has been established on the family based or even on the employment based, it's a substantial delay. On top of it, USCIS claims that this is going to help them to prioritize their time onto other priority cases so that the Department of State, the consulate, can be able to support on the adjudication of these employment based. In India, if you can consider, there is very limited, only the Mumbai consulate is the one that processes the permanent residents. So with one consulate or even establishing the other consulate, it's going to be a very substantial delay. And coming back to the question for most of you asking about if somebody has traveled already on the advance parole and they are out of country, what's going to happen? So the advance parole has already been approved. So that's a valid documentation. And all these memo is going to be reflecting on the filings that's going to happen after the 25th. So keeping in mind that process and procedures that has been to be adopted, so it's called the grandfathered of whatever has been already filed. So most likely, even though there is going to be an impact on the earlier filed 485s as well, and most of you had filed when the EB2 moved 11 months into this. So you will be on the safer side, and so you should be able to get your EADs and then the valid advance parole associated with that. But the question remains, I had always advised our clients, even from beginning, because 485 is not a status on its own. When there is a pending decision that is on the 485, I advise them personally to definitely maintain their non-immigrant status like a H-1B, L-1s, or any other visas, TN visas and all F-1s. So the dual intent is not applicable to all the non-immigrant visas, as we all know, and more scrutiny, and then it's going to be, I don't think even for the earlier filed, if there is a change of status, if there is an adjustment of status, that has been filed based on this F1s or B1s or the TNs, which doesn't have the dual intent, it's going to be very hard to substantiate on even considering the totality of circumstances. So that's something we are all waiting to understand more and more. It has to unwind after the officer starts working on those and we see the result of it, which is going to be a long way down the lane because the processing of the 485 is not going to be in months. It's at least a couple of years people had been waiting, and then we will know about it only when we start seeing the result of what has been the discretion of the officer. So it's not going to be a simple application as people had been doing it, and that too, when you look back and wait on the EB2 and the EB3 priority dates, they had been waiting years and decades. On top of it, they are expecting that there will be a forward movement in the October bulletin. So this is something, a huge shock for people, and we have to wait and understand how much it's going to give light on that. And also there are discussion that's going on the litigation and the lawsuit. The travel, the major question they are also asking is the travel, whether I should be able to go. So I wouldn't say if you're planning for a travel now, you should not be doing it, because it's not about even the validity of the advance parole. It's about the port of entry. The officers have to have that knowledge about what is to be decided on when they are going to be received they are going to be coming on the advance parole. So, unless there is an emergency, I would definitely ask you to hold on to your travel plans, and you can plan to do it after we have more understanding of the memo, and we'll keep you posted on that. For now, if you had been out of country, you can travel back on the advance parole. But however, if you're planning to go, I would say to hold on to it. Thank you.